say you guys are going to love. Big hand for the very funny Steve Mazan. Here he comes!
Times have changed, have they not? Yeah. Times have changed. People are afraid of each other now. Even innocent people like myself. I met a woman about a year ago out at a bar. Talked to her the whole night, flirted a little bit, and then the night comes, the bar's closing. It's like, hey, can I give you a ride home? It's like, yeah, I don't know. We just met. It's like, yeah, we've been talking for like 4 hours. What are you worried about? It's like, yeah, I don't want to wake up in a ditch somewhere. It's like, don't be silly. You're not going to wake up. She thought it was funny as well. We've been dating ever since. Actually, not just dating. A couple weeks ago, I got married in Vegas to the young lady. Yeah. I'm not just saying this because we just got married, but I will tell you, this woman may be the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah. No, don't. She's not that great. I just had a crappy life. Say a lot about her. I haven't had a crappy life, crappy year. This year's not going well. I've already been arrested this year. We'll come back to that story. My insurance has gone up already this year, through the roof. Last week on TV, I saw an advertisement for a company. It said they could insure me for a fraction of what I'm paying. Unfortunately, that fraction was 5/3. I'm always worried about my insurance anyways. You ever go out with a big group of people, go out to have some fun, bunch of friends, end of the night comes, one of your friends got too drunk, you gotta give them a ride home. But you don't want to leave their car there, so you give them a ride home in their car, so they have it the next day. I'm always worried, does my insurance cover me on that guy's car? Always in the back of my head. My friends always say the same stupid thing. I was like, don't worry, dude. Anything happens, we'll just switch places. Really, we're going to switch places? Great. Half hour later, I'm in some terrible mangled accident. Dude, come on, dude, switch places. Hurry up, dude, before the cops are here. Come on, dude, get over. Come on, dude. Jim. Fireman, switch us. Yeah, no, he's dead, but I don't have insurance. Well, I do, but it's like 5/3. Here come the cops. Just roll me on top of them. Let them figure out what was going on. Thank you. No clapping. And no standing ovation tonight, please. No standing ovation. I'm not a fan of the standing ovation. You think I would be? I think it just goes wrong every time with standing ovation. I'm an audience like yourself. It's just awkward, isn't it? You know what I mean? When a standing ovation breaks out, you're sitting there, you're enjoying yourself, you're clapping, and you look around. What? What? We're standing? For this year? All right, fine. Isn't it just peer pressure? Are you ever the first person standing? No. If you are, everyone hates your guts. So, if someone cures cancer. Okay, standing ovation. Mother Teresa, standing ovation. Well, she's dead, that's a bad example. Well, she shows up, definitely. Standing ovation. We didn't expect it. This is amazing. Thanks for coming. This is great. It's hard even to think of people when they're alive. I'll give you an example. One of my heroes, Rosa Parks, went and saw her speak like 2 or 3 different times at college campuses about her incredible life. People would always want to give her a standing ovation. Bad idea. You stood for her, boom, she was in your seat. I'm good at this, walk away. Thank God you guys at least got got the joke. I gotta tell you, I have told that joke across the country. Some people no sense of American history, no idea. The people in the front row are like, "Who the hell is Rosa Parks? Is that Mexican valet service?" Kids have changed. I don't even have kids, and I think times have changed with kids. I'll give you an example why. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to the bar with him. Okay, see, doing that, some people remember that. I'll tell you what, I realize now as an adult, bad idea. But when I was a kid, I loved it. Yeah, my dad would take me to the bar with him, the guys hanging out with him. They'd be totally cool to me. They'd buy me a Coke, pat me on the back, flip me a quarter, be like, "Here you go, kid, go play some pinball." When they pat me on the back, they give me a little wink. And the wink made me feel like I was one of the guys, one of the men hanging out with them. I felt good about myself. I was like, wow, when I grow up, I want to be that kind of guy, you know? Wink at a kid and make him feel good about himself. Times have changed. You wink at a kid, he's not feeling good about himself. He's telling an adult, and possibly a jury at some point. And you can't explain that away to anyone. No one will ever buy your explanation on that. You can be like, "No, look, let me explain. Look, he was just a cute kid." And what? No, not cute. Not cute. I don't think he's cute. He was a nice kid. I was going to give him a quarter for nothing. You don't understand. Let me explain. Look, men used to do it to me when I was a kid. So I thought I'd do it to him, see how it felt. All right, that's what we got. This makes me realize either A, times have changed, or B, my dad's friends were hitting on me. Teenagers have changed. They're not learning the same lessons they used to. We all learned when we were teenagers. It's a big story last year. A little girl, 14 years old in Hawaii, went out surfing. Had her arm bit off by a shark. It's a terrible, sad, tragic story. But a week later, it became an inspiring story. Because she went back surfing. Of course, everyone was like, "Oh my God. What a special little girl. How brave is she to go back surfing just 1 week later? She is very inspiring." We're just saying that because it's a 14-year-old little girl, right? A 35-year-old man goes out surfing, gets his arm bit off by a shark, a week later goes back surfing. We're not calling him inspiring. We're calling him a complete idiot. Like, idiot, remember what the hell happened last week? You got your arm bit off by a shark. Don't you remember? Don't you remember that? Look in the mirror. That's where that flapping sleeve came from. You don't go back to that beach. The only reason you go back to that beach is to get your other arm back. You see what I'm saying? This little girl's not learned her lesson. We're going to see this over and over again on the news. She's going to be like, "I love surfing. I'm just going to keep going. I don't care what happens. I don't care how many kids I go. I did learn this joke, but I found it in my bag." See, like, when you're visiting Hawaii a couple years ago, like, "Holy cow, was that a head that just surfed by?" Honey, did you see that head? Was she hanging chin? That's inspiring. Everything's changed. Hotels have changed. This wasn't going on 5 years ago at hotels. Now every hotel you go into, you walk inside that first day, in the bathroom, hanging on the back of the door, or on the towel rack, they've got that little placard, the clean towel policy. You know what I'm talking about? It always says something like, "Hi. We're trying to save the world. If you could help us out by reusing your towel, that'd be great. Or if you're a lazy piece of crap, just throw it on the floor and kick it near the toilet, or Maid will get it in the morning. And when you wake up, Shamu will be floating at the top of his tank. Because you don't give a crap about the environment, do you?" Isn't it the most guilt-ridden thing you've ever seen? They're not doing it to save the environment. They're doing it to save money, to save a few loads of laundry for the cleaning. The best one I ever saw was a couple weeks ago. Instead of like a white placard, it was multicolored, like an aquarium. You know, and at the top of the paragraph, they had this circle, and in the circle there was a dolphin. Okay, but not a whole dolphin, just his head. Okay. And he was smiling. He was like, you know how dolphins just look like they're smiling? He was like. And so what they were insinuating by putting his head on top of the paragraph was that he was the one who had said this stuff. Like it was his clean towel policy. Like there had been a press conference at some point where he came out and was like, a dolphin. Right? In the circle should be the illegal immigrant cleaning lady. Like, okay, I've been here since 6 a.m. cleaning up your beer bottles and crap. I'd like to go home sometime. Let's be honest, at home you don't wash that bath towel, but every 4 weeks. Give me a break, okay? Everything's changing, medical stuff changing. I got tested this year for testicular cancer. The good news, I got checked up, everything came out clean. But then the doctor gave me a take-home test to do on my own every 6 months. Now, man, you better be ready. It says some strange things on this take-home test. Like number 1, check for lumps. 1, 2. All present and accounted for. Number 2, check for discoloration. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what color they are supposed to be. I don't know if there's like a Home Depot color swatch test you can do. There we go. Burnt sienna. I'm saying it's hard to check yourself up on top. You can glance down and see if there's a problem. That's easy to look down like that. Much harder to examine yourself back, up, underneath, in the back. I mean, if I could bend over that far, cancer wouldn't be my problem. So what I'm saying is, man, when you get to that part of the test, the only way you can examine yourself back, up, underneath, and the back there is if you can find like a tilted floor level mirror. Long story short, that's how I got arrested at Foot Locker. You guys make right on Steve Mazan.
Hey, look, Steve, it's standing ovation for... Oh, she's going into the bathroom. All right, sorry about that. How about a big hand for Steve Mazan, everybody? You guys are going to love big hand for the very funny Steve Mazan. Here he comes!